Good day. You silly dog. But he aided another in an evil deed. Come closer. Take a look at him. This scoundrel and his equally wicked brother decided to steal from the house of God. His brother crawled in through a window, while this heathen kept watch outside the church. They took chalices and altar cloths to sell for coin. The parishioners can be glad that the brothers tried to sell their loot to a certain peddler, an honest man.
Really?
We were expecting a different answer.
And led him to the thieves so he could bring them to
Scarper,
justice.
obviously.
The one that did the
So
stealing
you don't end up
will
here
be
too.
executed for robbing from a church.
Not your
But
day,
this
eh?
one faces severe punishment
So
as
you
well.
don't end up here
Being
too.
still young and having not stolen firsthand, he will only be whipped and banished. Let this be a warning to you all that aiding others in evil is itself a sin.
Not
God's
your
law
day, eh?
and the law of the land apply
So you
to
don't end up
everyone.
here too. Thanks, you madman.
Greetings to you.
I heard you bought a thunderstone from Andrew Ramhead. Is that so?
Well, it is. What's it to you?
Andrew Ramhead took it from Hensel from Raborsh, who in turn stole it from Tomlin Brookhans down Horshan way.
I don't know those people. Even if it's true, I knew nothing about it. I bought the stone fair and square, and for good money. My husband's gravely ill and nothing's helping. The stone is to heal him.
And what ails your husband?
Peter went to lie down one afternoon and he hasn't budged since. He's not eating, and he's barely talking to anyone. What's worse, soon after he took ill, a Minerva owl perched on the roof one evening.
A Minerva owl? I assume that doesn't bode well, does it?
No, not at all. An owl on your roof means death is closing in. That's why I need the stone. If it weren't for the stone, I'm sure Peter would be gone by now.
So am I to understand that if your husband...
Well, a stone like
But you bought it to...
that may...
How about this? And if I succeed,
Why would I do that?
what if the power of the stone brought...
I hadn't thought of it long.
So,
All right,
of course.
please hurry. With that owl and everything, you'll find Peter.
All right. It's usually, especially if the patient...
Aha. So, ask around on the farm.
Perfect.
Do whatever it...
Can you think of something that might help me heal it?
I can't. I've tried. Peter is just an ordinary cooper. My husband doesn't travel, but he came back empty-handed. He was fumbling around. Then he went to bed. He doesn't sleep a wink at night. If I stop sleeping too...
I'll ask him why you can't.
Try that. It's as if he was keeping secrets. Farewell.
Peter, my name is Henry.
Another poor bloke that's to deal with me, as if Marder didn't have it.
I'll try to figure out what's wrong with you. Don't be alarmed. I need to take a closer look. Let's see. No swelling. No cancer on the skin. Does this hurt?
Nothing hurts.
Your palms are cold. Your muscles are tense. And your heart's pounding so hard you could hear it all the way to Prague. You seem like you're ready to fight. Or flee.
They're getting close now.
Who is?
The soldiers. Sigismund's men.
Well, physically, you seem fine, Peter. It's strange.
I'm a weakling. A weakling.
What are your nights like? Mladda said you don't sleep much.
I just stare at the wall. I try to sleep during the day, but it's not much better.
Well, it's certainly no fever or pain that's ailing you. I assume it's dark thoughts that keep you up at night.
I can't fall asleep because of all the noble... men who keep coming to Lord Pisek's fortress. I'm always hearing hoofbeats, and they startle me.
So Lord Pisek likes to host nobles at his fortress? What's so unusual about that?
And what do you think they're doing here, eh? Preparing for war. That's what.
If Lord Pisek was about to go to war, he'd be gathering a lot more men here than a couple of nobles.
Folk ought to be scared to leave the village. Mezoles is gone. And when I saw Opatovitz, Suchdol is next. I'm sure of it.
I'll examine you. Just by eye. Pale skin. Dark circles under the eyes. A downcast expression on the face. I don't see any bruises. A few calluses and cuts on the hands. Nothing unusual for a craftsman after a hard day in the workshop.
I told you. I'm not in any pain. Just let me lie here.
Irritability. No foul odour. Bodily humours aren't leaking. And you aren't bleeding.
But I will, when Sigismund's horde gets here.
Why would Sigismund attack Suchtol?
He does as he pleases.
I reckon attacking a village protected by a fortress...
The fortress is what's bothering him.
I don't know about that. What am I going to do with you, Peter? There's nothing wrong with you physically. The chamomile decoctions will help calm your mind. And last but not least, you'll be back on your feet in no time. I'll get things ready. Peter, let's talk about how we can help you. I have some suggestions for treatment.
I'm listening.
You should drink the chamomile decoction.
Great. Another potion.
This one will help you sleep. Once your body gets used to sleeping at night and staying awake during the day, you'll feel much better. You'll see. Proper sleep will chase away the gloom. And if restlessness tries to take hold of you again, your body will have the strength to fight it. Every morning you'll be stronger and stronger until you're able to work again.
We'll see about that.
Listen, Peter. I know you're worried about the army that's set up camp over the hill. That's why I'd like to tell you something from the heart. If you're scared of Sigismund's soldiers, trust me when I tell you. When you're caught between a rock and a hard place, there's no shame in running. It doesn't make you a coward. On the contrary, you're smart enough to realize there's nothing you can do. You can always come back later when you have the advantage and deal a bigger blow to the enemy.
I just want Bladder to be safe.
Then keep reminding yourself of that. Look at me, a blacksmith's son. Why do you think I am who I am now? Because I realised I'll be of no help to my friends and family if I die for some foolish sense of honour.
You're right. I can't leave Bladder in this alone.
Don't be afraid to see the bigger picture. Even of the things you're worried about right now. You need to start eating again. Even if you don't first, ask him.
You think
It'll give you stamina without it, but you have to admit Mother Nature has it well. Where bloodwort helps with bleeding, any melancholia wanting to take hold, soon you'll be as busy as a bee and getting on swimmingly. Start eating fish more regularly. Fat in the belly will surely stop gloom from getting... Well then, I've tried my best. I'll come back in a few days. I examine Pete. I'll come back to see you in a few days.
Thank you.
Besides praying, you can brew it. It's made of wine, chamomile, and even if you don't do it exactly...
I'll learn how to do it. Thank you very much. See you later, my friend.
Can I spend the... I'll pay you well.
Sorry, sir.
No, that doesn't matter.
Quick! 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 Ka! 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 Go! Go! Ka! 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 Go! 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 Ka!
Oh, you pooch.
I'm just looking at the countryside.
Quick! Ka! Go! Ka! Quick! Ka! Ka!
Scram! Right now. I surrender! I surrender!
What?
Nice try, you whore son.
Alert! To arms!
Stick 'em! Fuck!
Get ready!
Go! God! God!
You're seriously not going to talk to me the entire trip?
Go and see Gunwalker. You can chat with him.
Quick! Quick!
Just look at him, good neighbor. A leech and a brawler who may yet turn out to be a murderer. This thug broke into
Could
the
this be
blacksmith's
Janos
house.
Suher?
His intention was to steal. He tried to persuade us he was hungry, but the devil knows he was really looking for silver. Am I right? And there's worse to come. As he lumbered about the house, he woke up the blacksmith's helper. You all know the lad. As soon as the lad saw him, he pounced on him. But the scoundrel drew a blade and almost killed poor Loiza. Pray for Loiza's recovery. But it's you who needs to pray most of all. Because if we end up burying Loiza, you'll hang.
You ought to be ashamed, you scoundrel!
I'm sorry.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
What would you like?
What's going on around?
Martha, the wife of our blacksmith here, she arranged a job for her old man, but he doesn't like. And it's a pity you were.
Some drunks.
No, that's just the point. A bunch of If I hadn't called the bailiff,
And you don't know...
you'll have to ask him yourself. He wouldn't tell me.
And who was the lad?
A hired hand from Visoka, a village up the hill.
And what was the lad?
Yes, Pavel.
Thanks.
There are also bands of vagrants wandering around here, so something will...
Right here.
Not yet, but people are already afraid.
What happened?
They were acting like they owned the place, drinking and eating like pigs. Our lads told them politely to take a walk. And what did the bailiff do? So now the lads are practicing fighting with their bear, and we're still getting... The bailiff is looking for... even though there's a bounty on his head, and that's about...
Sounds interesting. Could I take part?
But of course, if you beat that lout,
Why not? We can start...
they meet in the pen, but don't...
I know about...
They're hired...
I'm sorry. Thanks. What do you have for...
I hope you'll be satisfied. Take care.
Greetings to you. Excuse me.
Was wünschst
What do you have for... A word about the price.
Sehr gut. It's a deal. Du wirst sicher zufrieden sein. Bis bald.
Onions,
Pretzels,
garlic, sharp like
pretzels
no
here.
other.
Fresh, crunchy bread rolls.
Show me your wares.
Ah, well, what can you do? Farewell, then.
Greetings.
You look troubled.
You're very kind. But I need to get a few horseshoes made.
Oh, great.
Really?
So,
Well, if you manage to make horseshoes for 2 horses... See you later, my friend. Onions, garlic, sharp like no other.
God bless. What can I do for you?
Martha says she...
Let me guess. God damn it.
So there's a military camp on the... You have a wife, a farm?
Well, there's some truth. Even Pascal.
Then I'll forge them.
Well,
What about them?
indeed. He... I hope you'll be satisfied, my friend.
should heat it up again. Well, I've got half finished. Here are those...
These will do just fine. Too bad. Here you go. Now someone just needs to bring the horseshoes to Victoria.
Fine.
It's not far at all. See you later. I apologize.
I heard there's a bounty...
Not so much on him. More, they say it was a rare manuscript for said... What are you at?
I've already had the...
And would you help me with him?
He's already taken...
Seriously?
I do.
Lad, and that deserves a handsome reward. Here's what the monastery...
Thanks, bailiff. Are you the...
Aye, that's...
Did the... And how'd you get...
As best Sigismund...
Do you up...
Nobody...
If you...
Thanks, but first...
What do you know?
Why do you...
Does that...
It's Nick. I even...
Really?
Take it from...
Have you heard about...
Perhaps you should...
All I know is...
You don't say.
His son runs the...
If I were his father, I'd beat him black and blue.
They want to know...
I do only they can bring...
What about...
They've already... Back then...
It's not...
That's true.
What do you want...
I haven't made up my mind, and that they have...
What if I tried to...
If you were to threaten them a bit, well, no matter how you convince...
What would you like?
What's new?
That soldier who recently... He was looking for a blacksmith. I don't want to get involved with... But if you really need... Alas.
All right, thank... Would you repair... I'd like to discuss the...
Well... Aye. Excellent. You made a fine purchase, good sir.
What brought you?
Well,
The bailiff does... You just...
you think so? Try.
Victoria, I bought you horseshoes from Martha. Victoria? You here? Christ, so much blood. What happened here?
I have to tell Martha. I brought Victoria those
What?
The house was empty. And in the hearth room next to the bed, I found a puddle of blood. It hadn't even dried yet.
Jesus Christ! What if she's been... No!
It might not be too late. Do you have any idea where she could be?
I don't know. Really? Oh, how horrible!
Did Victoria have problems with anyone from the village? Did anyone want to hurt her?
No, definitely not. Good God, she was... I mean, she is a good girl. Although...
Can you think of anyone?
Sometimes there's talk about how she lives alone and how she makes her living.
Why would anyone be bothered about how Victoria makes her living? As long as she's not stealing, she can do whatever she wants, right?
Well, not everyone was happy that she brings our goods up to the camp. Once, someone even drew something very ugly on our door because of it. But what's that poor girl supposed to do without a man? There's a war, and we all need to make a living somehow.
Who did she go and see at the camp? Who might know more about her?
Mainly their blacksmith. She brings goods up there every 2 or 3 days. He's certain to remember her. So tell them at the gate that you're bringing something from the smithy. They'll let you in.
Who's bothered by her living alone? Whose business is that?
Things are a little different, you see. She lost her husband some time ago. A young widow, actually. A pretty young widow. Naturally, a few fellas were fawning over her. There was one in particular. But he got the boot, just like all the others. But he'd never hurt her. He might be a loudmouth, but he's harmless.
Who's this mystery man, then?
I won't say. If word got out that I accused someone, we might as well just close up shop here.
Don't you get it? If she's alive...
Don't say that!
Look, you dragged me into this, so you can't...
I don't know anything else. But go and ask...
Is there anything else you can think of?
I've already told you...
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
What are you here?
What's going
on? Oh, and you won't.
And for the soldiers to take all of them.
Well, I reckon you might be right.
Same to you.
What is the...
Not much.
He's afraid you'll get into trouble.
What do you know about?
I once fought...
No bloody way.
I swear, it's true.
At least you have a story to tell in the tavern.
Why do you try...
What's it to you?
I heard the bait.
Well, then you know which way the...
What would make you stop?
Well, definitely not.
I'll pay you.
Aye.
Here you go.
Oh, save the wisecrack.
Is that such a sin?
There. On the surface of the pond.
Good evening. What do you need?
You're Cuba.
Aye.
I'm looking for Victoria.
Why should I?
What?
I hear you.
Who told?
But she sent you packing.
Birds about her husband. So I thought to myself, I tried.
Just
Mainly
Oh, I've spoken to Martha, and
worried about.
Victoria's missing.
I reckon so.
You can't be sick.
What goes? I have a clean.
Why don't you just... An old dog...
Listen, you. You better.
You're pissed off that she preferred someone else.
Enough. You be. You're mine. There's no escape. Mercy, spare me. Stop fighting.
So, had enough already?
Yeah. Just leave me alone now. And I really don't know anything about Victoria. Maybe she just decided village life wasn't for her, so she took off with her soldier.
What soldier? You telling me this now?
I heard someone came across her up there in the forest while she was having a rendezvous with some fella from the camp. But I really don't know anything else.
All right. I'll ask in the camp then.
Have a problem. Well, you're not.
The fights are...
A good thing. How did you manage?
I have my...
Have it your way. And so you don't... Here you go.
Thanks. I went to see him and things got a bit...
Cuba's a hot...
I don't... He had his eye on Victoria.
Whatever you... God bless you, sir.
Red, the best on the market. You find whistling like that fun?
You are a kind master, eh, Mutt?
Go! Ja! Go! Ja! Quick! 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 Go! Ja! 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 Go! Die! Quick! Quick! Whoa!
You again? Come here. You again? Didn't I...
The Miskovitz blacksmith sent me with some horse...
All right, you...
Hail Mary.
What's a priest doing in a military camp?
Whatever he can, my son.
Do you care for the wounded?
Nothing like that. We have blacksmiths and bathmaids for that here. And if something happens to the nobles, we have good surgeons. And then there's that learned foreigner. Bah!
Who's the foreigner?
His name is Musa, and he says he comes ex-Africa. You can't miss him. He's as different from us as a man can be.
Does something seem strange about him to you?
That foreigner may understand medicine, but he worships a foreign god. He prays to him on the ground several times a day. He doesn't drink ale, only rarely eats meat.
Do you serve King Sigismund directly?
I serve our lord, but the king sometimes calls on me for confession.
What could the king possibly have to confess?
You don't actually expect me to tell you that, do you? That's between me, the king, et Domine Noster.
Do you serve Mass like other...
I serve Mass and give blessings just like my brothers. I can also officiate at Mass. I reckon you can guess.
Do you take part in the fighting?
Vivere militare est. But no matter if you're a beggar and in a place, it's easy for people to forget. God be with you.
Can I ask...
You complain?
What?
Oh, köszönöm Istenem. Sticky hands, they scare children, horse trample cabbage and eat carrot. This country full of complaint.
I'm not complaining about...
That good. Joniiiiiiiiiiisssssssss. Must...
What happened?
Would you help me?
That depends.
Victoria, a girl from Miskovitz. They send her up here with goods from the smithy.
You'll have to ask the blacksmith. If you don't see it, you'll hear it.
Thanks a lot.
God be with you, sir.
Why is this all sticky?
Good day.
I heard you have some...
Yeah, I do. But you'd have to manage more than... How important is it for you?
What are you saying?
God, let's cut to the chase then. I need you to bring me something. Interested?
Fine. What's involved?
As I said, I need you to bring me...
Yeah, I understand that.
Basan, One of the Cuman dogs around here. He got it as ransom for some night he took. You yourself must admit that such a weapon has no business. Now if I...
So what do you need a blacksmith for?
You know, I'd hate for Bassan to notice his sword is gone. But if you could get a good look at it, you could bring it...
A replica?
Of course. Made of some soft iron, with coloured glass instead of gemstones. Just for looks. Bassan won't notice the difference anyway. What do you say?
Where can I find this?
Here in the camp. Now, you'll go to the tournament enclosure, and on the left, behind it, you'll find...
That sounds fairly easy.
That may be, but you don't need to. And watch out for Bassan. Farewell.
One beer.
No, mira esta hullajäveln! Kibosso! Basnira! Harap egy kis füvet!
Tűnés, most azonnal!
Nem érek rá egész nap!
Does the name Victoria mean anything to you?
No. Should it?
She's a girl from Miskovitz.
Ah, I know who you mean. I'm no good with names.
How well did you...
We'd occasionally exchange a few. A young girl all by her. She slaved for half of Miskovitz.
Do you know where she is now?
May God protect, but I can't help you. She knew Black from the provisioning unit the best.
Where can I find this soldier Black?
He's lying in the infirmary. He's got gut ache, and you can hear him...
Thanks.
Take care. Have a good evening.
A fenébe! Nem érek rá egész nap! Meg fogod bánni! Harapj egy kis füvet!
Greetings, sir. Who are you?
You do not know who I am? Have you...
Nothing.
You and half the camp. I don't have...
Sorry.
Then do...
Flour, onions, and beetroot. Cooking anything at all in the entire camp using those ingredients is pretty much a miracle.
Then they should start stealing real food.
There's nothing to take. We've been here a long time and we've already eaten everything.
Greetings. Careful.
Meg fogod bánni!
Christ almighty. Are you alright, sir?
Here we go again.
It's just that you look...
Muscular, wise, wealthy.
I'm sorry, sir. I just wasn't expecting it. I didn't mean it badly.
I know very well what you meant. I have had this conversation at least 100 times. Have you never heard of Prester John or the Christian kingdom of Axum?
Yes. Our parish priest talked about that.
Tell me then. Not exactly like you. Am I right?
But I thought that was just...
So you see, it is not. Musa of Mali is my name. Scholar.
My name is Henry.
Welcome then.
You said you're an explorer.
I did indeed. From Timbuktu, I went to Holy Mecca. From the Emirate of Granada to Venice. And from there to the court of Sultan Bayezid of the Osmans. Until I ended up at the court of King Sigismund.
Where is this?
Similar to your country, yet completely different. You mine silver. Overall, it is safer in our country.
Well, it's not all that bad here.
I admit that there are some things I envy you for.
And how do you like...
Do you want to hear the truth?
The truth?
Then, all I can say is that this... But there is still time.
Why did you leave your...
That is... not now.
What is Mecca like?
Mainly followers of the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad. Praise be his name. Fortunately, I was helped by a couple. I went to Cairo, where I learned geography and law, so that I would be...
Why not?
I would rather not talk about this, my friend. All I can say is that...
You were in Granada?
Go west from here until you reach the sea. But I would not go there if I were you. It is a pity in any case.
Blood?
Yes. Sultan Muhammad must... That is why I started studying physics, in fact. Let others cut off heads.
Where is Venice, in fact?
You do not know, my friend? Remember that learning is like a garden. Venice is an incredible... People from all over... If only you could have seen their procession stretch from the port to this... But I did not stay long. I was a...
How did you come to be...
By complete chance. In Venice, I joined an expedition that was heading to India. But we were attacked by pirates. Fortunately, I was saved by Sultan. You must understand that there are not many of my... But the Sultan soon found out that I...
So why didn't...
Because we were about to be overwhelmed by the Golden Horde, led by the butcher named. I had quite enough of war in...
What's Sigismund's court?
I would also like to know. One would think that the king would value phys... He did not even make me his personal...
It's reckless to speak.
I do not think so.
I'm new to the camp, if you don't have too much...
Well, at least I can practice your language, but that does not matter. So, as you have no doubt realized, this is my infirmary. One part for operating on the wounded, another for the sick, my alchemist bench, water,
the pain.
Nothing out of the ordinary. Come on, let us walk outside. I am sorry that I cannot show you more, but I am sure you understand that there is not much to see. One is almost ashamed to call it an infirmary. Do you not think?
That's true. I thought King Sigismund would take better care of his wounded men.
Unfortunately for them, my friend, I suppose he has bigger problems than keeping his army healthy and fighting fit.
It's lucky he sent an expert like you here, though.
Was that praise or an insult? I cannot tell. I do not think it fortunate in any case. Someone with my knowledge, and all I do is treat diarrhea and broken bones. Are you still there, my friend? You are silent for some reason. This part of the camp is mainly for criminals. So if you are looking for one, he will be either here or near the bathhouse. We will take a look there too. Do not worry. Over there is the pen where they used to have tournaments. Until the captains banned them. But that is a long story. Speaking of the captains here, do you know who's in charge overall?
Aye, I know something about that. You have 3 captains now, don't you?
Exactly. I can see that you take an interest. The camp as a whole is run by Sir Grozab or Borumlaka. That is a village somewhere in Transylvania, as far as I know. He is an interesting man, I'm sure. But he has a lot of trouble with the camp. So he tends to be, as you say, grumpy. Then there are the Cumans, who are commanded in battle by Cheritan. You will not meet him very often. He often has meetings with the king himself, in Sedlets. He is not a very cheerful man, but he seems a fair-minded commander to me. And he is an outstanding archer, it seems. How about you and archery, my friend?
I try to steer clear of fighting, though that's not always possible.
Really? You are like me, my friend. As a physician, I can tell you that nothing harms human health as much as a blade in the belly. Well, there is enough of that. What were we talking about?
You were telling me about the commanders here.
Ah, yes. The camp captains. As I said, Sir Grozav commands the camp. Chertan commands in battle. And the third one joined us a few weeks ago. Dietrich Katz, with his Prague artillery regiment. It is a pity you will not be staying for longer. Dietrich is good to talk to, if he is not drinking too much. And over there is our bathhouse. It is not a sight for sore eyes, my friend. I mean, women, of course. Not this filthy place. Ah, a man should keep reminding himself that zina, what you call fornication, is a shameful deed, opening the road to other evils. By the way, what about you and women, my friend?
Well, there's one here I think about. Mama.
Why? Are you afraid that I will steal her from you?
No, it's not that, but... Well, I'm still not sure if she likes me as much as I like her.
I am sure she does. You will see. That is the way of the world. Our Lord Allah, Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, creates us in Paris and grants us love in our hearts, so that we may love another.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. I sometimes think I ought to settle down.
Do it. It is definitely a nicer life than in such a camp as this. Imagine. A roof over your head instead of a leaking tent. Food cooked with love instead of a gruel cooked on a campfire. And at night, by the way, your chosen one. Is she pretty?
To hell with beauty. She's kind and she likes me. That's the main thing.
Ah, you have chosen wisely, my friend. So, in this part of the camp, you see the tents of various mercenaries from Germany, Poland, Hungary. In short, everyone who came to fill their pockets. You can have items repaired by the smith, and if you're hungry, the kitchen is over there. The food will please you more than me, I think, treating meat in that way. I simply cannot eat it. Do you know where the food is truly great? In Granada. So much fruit. Sweet pastries, fish. In one banquet, the cooks use more spices than your entire country in a year.
You've been to Granada?
In the court of Sultan Muhammad VII himself. That is where I became a physician. That was when Granada was attacked by Martin Yanez de la Barbuda. And I did not want to die in some battle. So I found a safer way to be useful. You know, I have done a lot of traveling, my friend. From Timbuktu to Mecca, and from Granada to Venice, and now here. But nowhere has the food been worse than here.
I'd like to try some foreign delicacy.
That will be difficult. The local inns serve nothing but porridge and old bread. But maybe you will see the world one day, and find out that there are more flavors than just salt and honey. But your country is beautiful. All the same. And up here is where Katz's company of Prague artillerymen are billeted. To the great displeasure of everyone else in the camp, I must say. You can see why. It is the best spot. Right next to the captains. And when it rains, all the filth runs downhill to the Cumans and mercenaries areas. Here is the pillory. May Allah, the compassionate, ensure you never end up in it. And if you go around the hill, you will come to the camp shooting range. I recommend visiting it. The Cumans must be born with a bow in their hands. But I will not escort you that far, my friend. I do not like to leave the infirmary unattended for long. Alaka Anben.
But this...
You are quite right.
Are you the one they call Black?
Aye. More like green just now.
But I need to talk to you.
And I need something for the pet.
Tell me exactly what...
My belly hurts. It's from the fucking pig swill they give us.
Maybe. Do you remember what the last thing you...
What do you think?
Try and think about it again. Maybe someone wanted to poison you. Did you try and spice up that slop?
Jesus Christ. One fella brought some mushrooms. Do you think they were... They looked...
It's obvious. If you want relief...
But...
I have something for you.
Thank you.
Well?
Not yet.
I'll wait here with you.
I can't stand it.
Well?
All right. Thanks, friend.
So, can we...
What do you want to know?
It's about Victoria. The girl...
Christ almighty. Now she sent someone to try...
Well, I didn't come to change...
Well, she's tried practically everything.
And what was she trying to...
Look, we had a bit of fun.
Victoria's missing.
What do you mean she's missing?
As if the earth opened up and... Seeing as you two used to meet up...
She didn't tell anyone? Not even...
There was a pool of blood on the floor.
She often said she didn't know what she'd do if I left.
Well, what were you expecting? She's already in a tough situation, and you just made...
I can't just prance right out of the camp. Unlike you. Not far from here to the east, a small clearing in the forest.
Good. Oh, look...
I know. Tell her she's a stupid cow. I didn't force her to do...
You're not a man. Hell, maybe just a sack of shit without a grain of responsibility in you.
But...
Listen, and listen good, you pustule. Either you get yourself together and take care of that girl, or I'll see to it that your little bellyache will be the least of your worries.
All right. Don't get so carried away, I'll do it.
Damn right.
I'll never touch another mushroom again so long as I live.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
Bloody hell. Damn. Oh, damnation. Bloody hell. Oh, damnation. Ah, damn. Damnation. Oh, shit. Ah, damn. Damnation. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, fucker. Ah, damn. Go! Quick! Go! Easy, easy. Nice and slow.
I shall kiss your cheeks, oh my.
Ah, there are two birches here, and I reckon that must be Victoria. You're Victoria, right?
And who are you?
No one important.
I'm not interested.
Wait, though. In short, I'm Henry. Black sent me to talk to you. They're worried something happened to you because you vanished.
I don't want to go back there. I want to stay with my Black.
Because he's lying in the infirmary. I know what happened to you.
You have no idea what's going.
Then tell me what happened. Maybe I can help you somehow. After all, talking about it will help you feel better. Things aren't as bad as they seem.
Well, you already know that me and Black. First he says he wants to be with me, then that he's a soldier of the king, and there's gossip in the village that I'm the camp whore who'll sleep with anyone for a handful of grain. And then I found out that I'm with child.
And Black is the father of your child?
Of course. The villagers think I sleep with half the camp, but it can't be anyone else's but his, as God as my witness.
And...
I was desperate, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. So I said to...
So you cut yourself?
Yes, with a knife. I wiped off the blood with an apron and my skirt.
Thanks for confiding in me.
I don't want to talk.
You know what would be best?
Seriously? Why?
Because he might have promised you the moon, but all he really wanted to do was have a bit of fun. He told me himself he's not interested in you.
What? But...
Well, you're not going to let this destroy you, are you? He's just scum.
You might be right. I've already lost one man. I'm not going to cry over another who doesn't even deserve it. For a while, I started to believe I'd no longer have to live hand to mouth, to do the worst work imaginable just to get a few crumbs. And now I should settle for one of those village donkeys. I can barely feed myself, let alone anyone else.
Maybe it'd be best if you simply left the village. There's nothing keeping you there.
But...
I might know of a place.
Oh?
Not far from here is a tavern. It's called the
I've heard of that place.
Those are just rumours. You had no problem visiting a camp full of... The main thing is, you'll be safe. You and...
When you put it that way, I'll just go back home for a few things, and then...
Good luck, Victoria.